بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Hello dear students of السابع schools. Grade 7 to the Max Unit 8 Lesson 5 Grammar. Today inshallah we are going to complete studying grammar about adjectives. As we have said before, we have three levels of adjectives. Normal or positive adjectives. He is tall. Comparative adjectives. He is taller than his brother. And superlative adjectives. His cousin is the tallest in the family. And so on. Let's see this exercise. As you see, correct the adjectives in brackets to fill in the blanks. إذن سنصحح الصفات الموجودة بين الأقواس. Adjectives in brackets. Let's read the first two ones to get the idea. Alps, you know Alps, جبال الألب, are very high. They are the high mountains in Europe. Look, we are talking about something distinguished. نتكلم عن شيء مميز لوحده. We are not comparing. لا نقارن. 2. The president is الرئيس أو رئيس الدولة أو رئيس الجمهورية is important person in the government of a country. Think the president شخصية رئيس أي دولة هو أكيد هي الشخصية الأكثر أهمية. Is it comparative or superlative? And so on. Look at number 3. People say that Chinese is difficult to learn than English. We have than. When you see the word than, it is what? It is comparative. And so on. Let's check. Yes. As you see, look. The highest mountains. The most important person. More difficult to learn. She is popular writer. She is the most popular in our country. In our country. We are talking about something distinguished. عندما نتكلم عن شخص أو شيء مميز بشكل عام, إذن this is superlative. And number 5. This exercise is not difficult. It is than. When you see the word than, it is comparative. Easier. Easy, easier. And look, when we have adjectives ending with y, الصفات التي تنتهي بحرف الواي, حتى لو كانت طويلة وأكثر من مقطع, we deal with them as one syllable adjective. نتعامل معها تماما كالصفات من مقطع واحد. Easy. Look, easy, 2 syllables, مقطعين, ومع ذلك we didn't say more easy, we said easier. Like healthy, like stormy, cloudy. إذن الصفات التي تنتهي بالواي تبقى وكأنها مقطع واحد حتى لو كانت مقطعين أو أكثر. لا نستخدم معها more أو most. Let's move to the next slide. Look at this. Rewrite the sentences using the beginning given. استخدم المثال المعطى في البداية. 1. The river Nile, نهر النيل, is the longest river in the world. Look, no river in the world is longer than the river Nile. And so on. Look at this. Number 2. Spanish, اللغة الإسبانية, is easy like French. We are comparing. We can use as, and so on. Look at number 3. It is hot today, but it is cooler than yesterday. Then yesterday, we are comparing. Look. When we have two items, or you have the word as, or you have than, it is comparative. Look. Let's read the examples. Spanish is as easy as English. Yesterday was hotter than today. Andy is the most, look, nobody is more careful. We are talking about distinguish. عندما نتكلم عن شخص مميز أو شيء لا يشابه شخص أو شيء آخر, this is superlative. Andy is the most careful, الأكثر حرصا. Her sister is more intelligent. We have, look, we have as intelligent as, comparative. And the last one, 6, my handwriting is worse than her handwriting. Okay, look at number 5. Her sister is more intelligent than she. Than she is intelligent. In everyday language, sometimes we say than her, but in standard English, than she. اللغة الإنجليزية الرسمية نقول than she. بالعامية أحيانا نقول than her. Look at this. Look at this example. We are going to use not as. Mexico City, London, expensive, crowded. We have to make sentence. We have to make a sentence out of these words. Look, Mexico City isn't as expensive as London, but it is more crowded. We are going to follow this pattern, هذا النمط, and use it for the 5 sentences. Look at this. City life, village life, friendly, exciting. What should we say? Look. Yes. City life isn't as friendly as village life, but it is more exciting. And we do this for the other patterns. Look at this, number 2. Motorways aren't as interesting as country roads, but they are faster. You know motorways اللي الطرق السريعة الخارجية. And look, traveling by plane isn't as cheap as traveling by bus, but it is more comfortable. Egypt isn't as green as Iceland. As green يعني خضراء أو بها زراعة, like Iceland, but it is warmer. جوها دافئ أكثر. And look at the last one. Bicycles, cars, comfortable, easy to park. Bicycles aren't as comfortable as cars, but they are easier to park. أكيد من الأسهل أن نصف البسكليت أو الدراجة مقارنة بالسيارة. Let's move to the next. Look at this. We have the USA and Australia. We are going to make what? We have 2 countries, 2 things. 2 things. So it is a process of comparison. سنقارن بين شيئين. We are going to use some words that are related to comparison. I am going to make it easy for you. You are going to use these words as, more, and than. We only need these 3 words to complete this passage about USA and Australia. Look, the first one is done for you. The USA has a much bigger population. Now, think of using the words as, more, than. Look, the USA has much bigger population. Australia, what? As, more, or than? I think you could answer well. Yes, it is than. Okay, let's check. Look, than Australia. American cities are more crowded. There are not as many mountains in Australia as in the USA. But America has many more rivers. فيها المزيد أو العديد من الأنهار بشكل أكثر من أستراليا. USA have much more snow in winter than anywhere in Australia does. the same time as countries in the northern hemisphere. You know hemisphere نصف الكرة الأرضية الشمالي أو الجنوبي. hemisphere نصف الكرة الأرضية. The last line down, most people in these countries speak the same language as each other, English, but their accents are very different. Look, some people say that the Americans are warmer and more friendly. Warmer, look, ER, warmer, comparative, and more friendly than the USA. Than Australians. So Americans are warmer and more friendly than the Australians, but I don't see any difference. Okay. Let's move to the next. So this is all about comparative. في هذه الفقرة it is all comparative. Okay, let's check here. Now, write some sentences comparing your country with another country that you know. سنقارن بلدنا جوردان with any other country that you know about. Use the paragraph in B. الفقرة السابقة. We will do something similar. The USA and Australia to help you. تماما كما رأينا المقارنة between USA and Australia. Look at this. Write about what the geography, like rivers, mountains, cities, etc. Talk about the weather, hot, wet, dry, cold, etc. etc. طبعا إلى آخره. The people, talk about the people, language, character, population, something like this. Okay, I want you to think of some sentences. Can you compare Jordan with any other country? Okay, I have made a comparison between Jordan and Lebanon. You know Lebanon, Lebanon. I made a comparison between Jordan and Lebanon. Look at my examples and I want you to make more examples either about Jordan and Lebanon or about any other country compared with Jordan. إذن أضيف جمل إلى ما قمت به أنا أو قارنوا الأردن بأي دولة أخرى. Make a comparison between Jordan and any other country, talking about geography, weather, and people, or any other thing you want. Look at my comparison. انظروا إلى مقارنتي between Jordan and Lebanon, الأردن ولبنان. Let's read my examples. Look, number 1, Jordan is bigger than Lebanon. Jordan has a bigger area than Lebanon. 2, Jordan isn't as green as Lebanon. You know green تعني أخضر وتعني بمعنى الزراعة والخضار والأشجار. 3, Jordan has less rivers than Lebanon. Look, less, this is a what? Comparison. Less, أقل من. Less than, أقل من. What about sentence number 4? Jordan has more population than Lebanon. لديها عدد سكان أكثر. So all these 4 sentences are talking about what comparison between Jordan and Lebanon. So I want you to write more examples or to make another comparison أو تعملوا مقارنة أخرى أو تضيفوا لهذه الجمل between Jordan and any other country you know about. Let's move to the next. Okay, what about this? Let's read the rubric. نقرأ رأس السؤال. Look, Terry is asking you some questions about your life. Write his questions. Use the superlative. So we are going to use the superlative style here. سنستخدم هنا superlative درجة تفضيل. طبعا نقول نحن بالعربي درجة تفضيل ولكن قد يكون الأفضل أو الأسوأ. الأعلى أو الأقل، الأكبر أو الأصغر and so on وهكذا. Superlative plus present perfect. Example: the most beautiful you've ever seen. Look at this example. The first one. Terry, number one. Terry, what good holiday you have? It should be like this. What's the best holiday you've had or you've ever had? My holiday in Greece last year. Okay, now I will give you my own examples and I will let the answers for you. سأكتب لكم الأسئلة وأترك لكم الأجوبة. And I want you to write more examples using superlative plus present perfect. سنستخدم درجة التفضيل، وإذا كما ذكرنا لا نقصد بالتفضيل فقط دائما أحسن، قد يكون الأقل الأطول الأقصر الأسوأ وهكذا، ولكن بمعنى the distinguished thing or person، الشيء المميز في هذه الصفة. Not like others or other things. Okay, let's see number 2. Who interesting person you meet? It should be like this. Look. Think of it. Yes. Look at this. Who is the most interesting person you've met or you've ever? You can add ever. يمكن أن نضيف كلمة ever أو أن لا نضيفها. Answers are lit for you. سأترك الإجابات لكم. أي إجابات تخطر على بالكم. Number 3. What frightening experience. تجربة مخيفة. هل مرت بتجربة مخيفة؟ What's the most frightening experience you've ever had? أكبر تجربة مخيفة عشتها. 4. What's the worst film you've ever seen? What bad film you see? Look, bad. Bad. Where's the worst? So this is what superlative. Let's move to number 5. What expensive thing you buy? Expensive, more expensive, the most expensive. So it should be like this. What's the most expensive thing you've ever bought? And so on. Now I want you to complete 6, 7, 8 the same way. What unusual food you eat? Which large city you go to? What useful present you receive? أكثر هدية مفيدة تلقيتها. So you are going to use superlative. Once again, let me remind you, we have 3 levels of adjectives. أذكر مرة أخرى. We have 3 levels. لدينا 3 مستويات للصفة. Positive or normal, الصفة العادية. As, tall as. Or tall, just tall. Then comparative, comparing two people or 2 things. Taller than, or more important, more interesting, and so on. And the last one, superlative. The most important, the best, the worst, the least, little, less, the least. Little قليل, less أقل من, the least الأقل على الإطلاق. Okay, that's all for today. Don't forget to complete the sentences and to write more examples about adjectives, comparatives, and superlatives. Thank you. See you in next videos.